Our Federation will grow. Federation screen. Our Federation will grow stronger while members...
Hey folks, welcome back. Let's see if everything works. It should. Hi. We're gonna continue where we left off yesterday. My chair doesn't want to go up. Specifically, yeah, we haven't really gotten to anyone at this point yet. There's anywhere from 2 till, like, 4, enemies to be found, so currently it looks like we have 3, but maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4th one somewhere that we haven't found yet. So yeah, we'll have to see who and what. And that's the last one of that. Notifications. Nice. Okay, so we are currently the Z Empire, which is a couple of a species of necrophage people. Yeah. So we're gonna check that out for a bit. Okay, so we have a technology, Durasteel. Let's get a new research. Destroyer hull or quantum missiles. I might have to go for quantum missiles. Then again, materials workshop is the cheapest one. Let's get that for a sec. Archaeological event pending. And memorize the lyrics and set the next course, which now would finish the message in a bottle one. Sublight speed plus 10%. Nice. Idle leaders. We still have scientist and official idle. So yeah, okay. Specifically, this can get some extra buildings. Why is this not doing anything? Okay, so urban expansion, do we need that? What actually is going on that planet currently? Can we see that? Management? Nope. Economy. It's currently looking for I think they are looking for extra alloys. Let's give you an extra alloy thingamajigger. And then continue on. As for you, generate a world. Okay. Mixed industry, heavy civilian archives. Generator. Borders closed to the ruffian sons. Okay.
Our intel level with this empire is dropping. We risk losing the information.
Let's see in contacts. Wow. Tense relationships with those, right? Okay, cool. Okay. There we go.
Construction venture completed.
Nice. Defenses. First contacts.
Construction.
The lesson system, the Chimeras. Okay, let's see about you. Accept.
Construction venture completed.
Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Labo 1. The satellite vessel was built by unknown culture and has a large tear where some kind of object passed through. Most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. An interesting, albeit primitive, design. Okay. Oh yeah, we have to upgrade our ships. Do we have mining supports? Yes, but... Okay, apparently not a thing. Cool. Oh, plus. Speed up too
A
fast.
system survey has concluded.
Nice.
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Oh, first contact.
Vessels
How many
have been
ships?
refitted. Our vessels have been reinvigorated.
We could unlock cruisers. Could also standardize corvettes and frigates. Let's get cruisers. Survey complete, upgrade, upgrade. Oh yeah, you are okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, Helium Prime is the... Okay. Let's keep on looking to this for a bit. Okay, new negative trait. Procrastinator. Okay, great, I guess.
A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded. A study has been completed.
Aldebaran, okay. Research. Ion disruptors, field dynamics research, or energy credits from technicians and energy from starbase construction. Yeah, let's do the quantum computing thing.
A system survey has concluded.
Nice.
Construction venture completed.
Okay.
A system survey has concluded.
Oh. Back to this then. Oh, that one already has one. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
An alien society wishes to contact us.
That's some traders again. Protests has erupted across Wenquart Prime, driven by a growing anxiety over the perceived transformation of our society following first contact with an alien species. Demonstrators question long-standing traditions, challenge the foundation of governance, and demand adaptations to accommodate a future reshaped by this revelation. Though non-violent, the sheer scale of this movement has placed a strain on civic services and disrupted daily life. However, many citizens do not see the protests as mere disorder. They see them as a reckoning, a sign that our very identity has been rewritten before our eyes. One militarist action taken against our own people.
The situation log has been amended.
Several recruits from our ground forces recently made a Halo insertion into the surface of Ceramore 1 as part of a survival training exercise. When recruits were picked up again after 2 months, one of them reported several findings indicating that an ancient precursor civilization had a presence on this world long ago. Home base. Okay.
A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded.
There we go.
Vessels have been refitted.
Research done.
Vessels have been refitted.
Quantum relation annex or energy energy research supports. Advanced reactor booster or planetary FTL inhibitors. Yeah, let's hope we can actually do some warmongering today. Can you go home, please?
Council agenda available.
Oh.
A system survey has concluded.
What do you got?
A study
Component
is
slots
completed.
available. Okay. Fleet Academy. Generates local fields of agitated subatomic particles. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Abres system. Strong residual subspace signatures that surround the stations indicate that it might be a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near-instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to to access any other functional gateway in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. Intriguing.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay. Blockers, Alien Zoo is consumer goods. Clone vats would increase monthly pop growth. And soil reclamation. Let's do this just to get more people to throw in the war.
A special project is complete.
Okay. A thorough investigation of Surumor 1 has unearthed evidence of a First League presence. An away team from the ISS Posidonius has managed to bring a relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. I've made first contact in the Helios system, the Omicron menace. So, Helios? This is the home base. How is there suddenly new aliens? Oh look, new aliens. Well, the border of the aliens.
A system survey has concluded.
Expansion planner. Now look at this. Colonizable maybe also. Oh, we have 4 colonizable planets now we can see. Huh. Like 2 we can actually move to, but like not really, but a gravitational anomaly knocked our observation post over Alderamin 4 out of orbit, causing it to briefly drop into the planet's lower atmosphere. While our crew are unarmed and our original trajectory has been restored, there are concerns that the station could have been detected from the surface of Ya'Nari. Only time will tell if we have been exposed to the locals, and to what extent that will impact their society. Continue observations.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Great Room system. For now, we have codenamed them the Death-Menace. And so on and so on and so on. We have made first contact with Great Wounds. Missing in action, ISS Strabo. Oh.
Construction venture completed.
This I hate. This is gonna be a funny one. Okay, cool.
A system survey has concluded.
Missing in action. Ladders to Heaven. Primitive image capturing technology managed to record our observation post while it was in low orbit of Alderamin 4. Alongside eyewitness testimonies, these photographs have inspired some nations to build ladders to heaven in order to investigate further. While this is obviously a futile effort, competition between nation-states is having a destabilizing effect. All tensions are flaring up in the race to complete the first ladder, fueled by national pride and scarcity of resources. If we can discredit their evidence of our own existence, we may be able to diffuse tensions before the situation gets out of claw. Alternatively, this diplomatic posturing between the pre-FTL political powers could be an interesting sociological case study, albeit one that comes with the risk of violent escalation. So either we discredit proof of our existence, which would increase awareness, or society and get society research gains, or we could do society research output from the observation post is doubled. Let's do this.
A system survey has concluded. Construction venture completed.
Council agenda ready.
We have detected the presence of pre-space on Rentmario system, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. clone vats completed. Let's get gene clinics. Oh. Extract power. Great Ladder Wars. In the effort to construct ladders to heaven, tensions between the pre-FTL nations of Alderaan and IV led to an all-out global conflict. Fighting over ever-dwindling resources, the past 2 years of carnage, known as the Great Ladder Wars, have at last come to an end. The key terms of the peace treaty are to present a united front against their common enemy, the Sky Citadel. As the Ynnari rebuild their war-torn world, their increased paranoia and hatred of the unknown will make their future interactions with them more challenging. Problems for later.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay, repairs done, you are done. Hello? There is no route for the selected
Construction venture completed. A study has been completed.
Huh. Where even are you? Oh.
A study has been completed. Debris has been analyzed.
Okay, Crystal Mine, Ripper Autocannon, let's get this. And then you. Ship build speed and ship upkeep. Traditions. Okay. Fleet is instructed. Is an instrument by which we will
Construction venture completed.
of our empire is made manifest. Will live or die. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna go Galactic Force Projection or one of these. I would not mind Biomorphosis. As part of our observations, so that's the thing again.
The situation log has been amended. Construction venture completed.
Oof. Okay. 2 years left on those.
The situation log has been amended. The situation log has been amended. A system survey has concluded.
Technology researched.
Construction venture completed.
Proton launchers, let's do that. Oh, wormhole travel, we could do that. It is slightly faster. Once again, gangs on Rome. But we are losing crime, so that's good.
Venture completed. Alien society calls class me.
Okay. Okay, waiting on this, hoping that he reaches Alderaan soon. Oh, nice, it finishes itself. Nice.
Concluded. Construction.
Okay, you do this, start. Oh yeah, right.
Venture completed.
Okay, so 2 years away from the mid-game thing.
A study has been completed.
Research done, new research. Let's get... Habitability.
A system survey has concluded.
Council agenda available.
Nice.
Construction venture completed.
You're back in our systems, nice.
A system survey has concluded.
Cool. Cool. Oh, and a total of mineral income each month above 250. Cool.
Construction venture completed.
Okay.
A study has been completed. A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Mutually assured destruction. Our initial scans of the Zraniax system revealed that the planet Stellaris was destroyed by nuclear weapons. The inhabitants annihilated themselves using planet-based weapons so powerful that they even shattered their moon. Our only chance to learn more about what happened is a ship patrolling the system, but it's already targeting us with its missiles. Unfortunate.
A belligerent fleet has been engaged.
Lone Defender. No life signals were detected aboard the vessel, so while clearly an AI, the ship repeatedly prioritized self-preservation over optimal combat effectiveness. This means that the only survivor of the horrible conflict on Stellaris was Sapiens. The ship sent a brief message a moment before destruction. Why? It is unclear if this was the start of a question, why the inhabitants of Stellaris incinerated themselves, or why we destroyed the AI ship. The technology is rudimentary by our standards, but we may gain some insights by assembling the remains. All because it valiantly performed its duty, we honor the AI by renaming the planet after its lone defender. Pick apart the debris or rename the planet.
A study has been completed.
You go heal yourself up.
Construction venture completed. An alien society wishes to contact us.
Okay. Plasma thrusters, let's do that. Yeah. As for you, as the assault army damage, we don't actually do a lot of that, so let's get the clearance blockers. Okay. Oh.
A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded.
Friend of mine just got some awesome
A
news.
study has been completed.
After nearly a year of not living in a home, they are maybe getting some home actually. So that's gonna be cool. Barrier point defense. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, I might have to.
Our vessels have been reinvigorated.
Let's do this.
A belligerent fleet has been engaged. Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Go back home, please. Can you?
A
Council
study has
agenda
been
ready.
completed.
Study completed. Let's perform a new research. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. You are currently taking a look at that
A
one.
planetary impediment has been dealt with.
Cool. They can do that
A
where they are?
system survey has concluded. Debris has been analyzed.
They are not in bonus. Oh, that it? No,
A
it's
planetary
not where they are.
impediment has been dealt with.
They are slightly on a different place. Okay, cool.
A study has been completed.
Okay, let's check. Planets and no, it's not the one. Research completed. Let's get resources from jobs. At this point in time, we don't necessarily need it, but expansion planner. Okay, so colonizable. Ooh, nice. Planet automation, auto designated, and let's send some Illuminati. Yes, please. Mirror Prime. Okay, good for you. Disc mark. Let's do the same. Regal. Same thing. Colonize. Yes, please. Regal Prime. Regal 4A. You as well. Colonize. Yes, please. Okay. Cool. Those four, we will have to do those centers of elevation or whatever they are called for.
Construction venture completed.
Nice. Was that all you were
A
gonna? No.
system survey has concluded.
Okay, planets and sectors. You are. So that this does really go there. Okay, nice. I guess I'll leave you be then. Okay, do we have...
A study has been completed.
Yes, we do have the planet of Dristmark that we are currently colonizing.
A system survey has concluded.
Proton launchers, plasma accelerators. Let's do the plasma accelerators. They will be a bit. They will be done a bit faster. Okay.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Okay, alien barracks. The silhouette discernible from orbit are indeed buildings, and closer inspection reveals them to be an obvious martial nature. Wow. While abandoned for some time, though very recently on a galactic timescale, Science Officer Octavio Stilia believes that secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers the decaying barracks and looted armories. Special projects may be issued to study the remains.
The situation log has been amended. A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded.
Ammonia biosphere. Although toxic to most forms of life, GUT-CO2 supports a thriving ecology within the high pressure of its atmosphere. Life here uses ammonia instead of water as a solvent, and has developed in ways that differ significantly from previously established ecological models. Its study would greatly benefit our knowledge of xenobiology. Fascinating.
A study has been completed.
Let's get railguns. There we go. Express mail. Once ISS Posidonius got close enough to scan the cargo pod, it was assumed that the sensors were malfunctioning. The pod is built out of the exact same alloy we ourselves use for spacebound structures. The likelihood that some alien beings would come up with this exact mixture is beyond unlikely, yet after recalibrating the scanners, the same result appeared. Upon opening the pod, the only thing greeting us was a collection of documents detailing exactly what we should assign each of our scientists and what they should be asked to study. The instructions end on a fixed date, one that is scheduled to fall exactly 10 years from now.
Establishing a new colony.
Okay.
Our vessels have been reinvigorated.
Nice, nice.
Vessels have been refitted.
Planets and sectors. No.
A system survey has concluded.
Oh, they are still making those. Okay, cool. Okay.
Construction venture completed.
And that should go to Dristmak too.
Establishing a new colony.
Nice.
A
Colonizing
system
planet.
survey
Nice.
has
Okay, cool.
concluded. A system survey has concluded. A system survey.
Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Aluna 3. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. Interesting. Oh. The ISS Posidonius has picked up a strange energy signature coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Alona 4. It appears to originate from a structure of some kind, possibly the remains of an orbital station, but the atmospheric pressure make it impossible to approach. Nevertheless, scans of the unique signature have yielded a large amount of valuable physics data. Fascinating. Oh yeah, new thing.
A special project is complete.
Diplomatic weight when opposing resolutions. Match. Mercantile supremacy is... Yeah, let's do supremacy for now. Yes, please. The void clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once Zion astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of the void clouds everywhere. Formed at the dawn of creation, they stood watch as stars were lit and young planets formed. Now they drift, quasi-conscious agglomerations of inanimate matter from the earliest hours of time itself, afloat between dying stars and breaking worlds. They are a constant reminder that we are but a small part of something greater. They will not stand in our way. Or humbling. Man, I love the physics research from jobs though. Yeah, let's do that.
Vessels have...
Explosions in the sky. The moon Aluna 7A is the home of a marvel of nature. Giant, colorful explosions appear in the sky, a result of chemical composition of the atmosphere reacting to the sun's gamma rays. Students and senior scientists alike are spreading this find like a wildfire. It has generated quite a spark of interest for the scientific field amongst our peoples. Amazing.
A special project is complete.
Science Officer Octavia Hostilia's thorough xeno-historical analysis of the military installation on Enest 2A has yielded a few tangible results. The base was constructed before the planet turned completely barren, but it is unclear if its current inhospitability is the result of armed conflicts or some more peaceful or even natural process. What can be deduced of their strategies and tactics in armed conflict does not seem to have been far in advance of our own. On the upside, Science Officer Octavia Hostilia claims to have drawn much inspiration from the alien remnants.
A new colony has been propagated.
Nice.
A study has been completed.
An abandoned lifepod was detected in close orbit of Sultana 1A. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the ISS Diodorus managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual of the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Interesting. Okay. Flag cannons.
Establishing a new colony.
Council agenda.
The director of the Museum of Exobiology in Rome has issued requests for the procurement of several alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they are difficult to capture. It will require the full resources of a science ship for a lengthy period of time. We will gladly do this. Okay, quickly see what this is. Okay, let's continue. Set, continue.
A study has been completed.
Okay. Tachyon sensors. Advanced sensors that rely on rotating tachyon beams to detect the ship's movements even at extreme distances. Let's do that.
A system survey has concluded.
Close to...
A new colony
there we go.
has been propagated. Establishing a new colony. A study has been completed. A system survey has concluded.
Habitability. Forked chain. Number of individuals belonging to the pre-sapient native population of Hirim Prime somehow got into a secure compound on the outskirts of our colony. They were chased off within hours, but not before severely damaging several interstellar uplinks dedicated to current transfers. We fear several hundred credits may have been lost in the ether. Unfortunate. I mean, we're fine.
A system survey has concluded.
Good. I kind of forgot that you need to turn that off if you wanna, for crying out loud. Can I? Private collector of Mira Prime has somehow come into ownership of an ancient precursor artifact believed to be First League in origin. Despite government pressure, the collector has so far been reluctant to part of it. Everyone has a prize. It belongs in a museum! Or let the collector keep it. I can literally buy 50 of those. The Tessercoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of fair Mathria's 3 at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube-like mouth. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members from the ISS Strabo were lost to the creature before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Rome will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice. Excellent. Can I now do a thing? That's the build queue. Oh, no sector. Okay, plus. And then if I go back out, that should have increased the amount of sectors I have. I kind of want a sector here as well, somewhere. But that might be a thing that we are not going to be able to do. No, not on this at the very least. If we catch this, if we make a thing here, we should be able to. Magnetic disruption. The strong magnetic field around Drismac Prime has always caused some problem with electronic instruments on the surface, but recently the effects on our computers has been specifically notable. So far it's unknown what has caused this flare-up, although we suspect it to be temporary.
There's a light over the newly established colony.
Nice.
Council agenda ready.
Theaters. Okay, where's the thing?
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Chamber of Elevation. Okay, what do they need? Oh, yeah, there we go. Mushroom picking. Routine ecological study of our colony on Drismac Prime has stumbled upon a strange fungal life form. Science team reports that the surface of the mycelium is shimmering and colorful, but what is most intriguing to them was the fact that separate clusters are seemingly communicating with one another whenever some occurred within a wide radius. Furthermore, the biology of the organism appears to be clearly alien to the ecosystem on the colony. Puzzled, the local science team has requested specialized support as we might be dealing with a sentient species. Take a closer look.
A new colony has been propagated.
We have concerning reports from Drismac Prime. Upon further examination, it seems that the alien fungus we found is emanating a signal towards a location in the galaxy that we were unable to pinpoint so far. Telemetry and security analysis indicate that it is completely possible for the mycelium to be some kind of advanced spine organism. However, it is worth noting that this organism is old. There is a fair chance that whoever engineered these spine mushrooms is not around anymore. But if they are, it might be best not to poke the sleeping predator. Kinda wanna need to know more. It's the frontier sector. No one listens. Careful analysis of the mycelium and the signal showed that it was likely part of a network of similar organisms, possibly spanning across the galaxy as a whole, and maybe beyond. I mean, yeah. Technically, as a Warmonger, I should have been like, no! No! Possibly spanning across the galaxy as a whole and maybe beyond. While we do not know much, we discover that part of a network, this mycelium is also receiving signals from other places. Considering several factors, including the volume of data transferred, we do not think that the network is still in use. The fact that it is still partially active indicates that it is probably just dormant and not destroyed. What can we learn from it? Add fungal study zone to disk mark prime, society research from jobs plus 15%. Also, hi DMB, how's it going? Oh.
Our vessels have been reinvigorated.
Nice. Tar block secured. After an extensive search for the seabed on Sayama 2 using a small fleet of mini submarines, the crew of the ISS Posidonius finally managed to corner the elusive target at their search, a live tar block. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. The crew members of the ISS Posidonius that came into direct contact with the tar block will require extensive therapy. But the mission has been a success. There we go. 30 and 20%. Nice.
A study has been completed.
Ship fire rate. Let's do that. And armored torpedoes. Gang ambush and Rome. This ain't good. This ain't good, Chief. This ain't good. Oh, nice.
A system survey has concluded.
Let's go construct stuff. There we go. Ah. Let's immediately do so with the Z. Yeah.
A system survey has concluded.
Oh. We are lacking some resources. That's a first. Well, a first in a while.
Construction venture completed.
Politician trait. Nice.
A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded. A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
There we go. News of a giant being seen in the dark void of space is spreading across the Empire like a plague. There is a concern and optimistic wonder, but mostly brings an existential dread to the populace. Historical documents will record this day as one of tremendous importance. Fiends to test our fate, or proof of the divine. Fiends to test our faith.
A system survey has concluded. Construction venture completed.
Nice. New sites.
A belligerent fleet has been engaged. Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded. Construction venture completed. Establishing a new colony.
Okay. No contact. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that calls themselves the Khan Vissam Authority. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of another empire we are in contact with. Interesting. Oh. Huh.
Construction venture completed.
Nice. Portals closed by the Khan Vissam Authority. Nice. So where is that? At the other end of the galaxy. Okay, cool. Junkyard orbit. Last reports from Rigel Prime informs us that we have miscalculated the planet's waste management capabilities. Massive dump sites have merged to form a single, impassable wasteland, and one that stretches to the very edge of the planet's population centers. The locals have begun to deploy large shipments of space into orbit, but only as a temporary measure. Yeah. Regal Prime, where you at?
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Ah. The readings originate from a small research outpost, while the Z Empire has no records of establishing or indeed authorizing on the surface of Troidum X. It is staffed by one science scientist. A fairly talented and industrious one if their research on Troidum X is anything to go by. There is a problem with regards to their identity, however. We have been unable to match them against official state records, and they refuse to identify themselves, save for stating they are an exile. They have expressed an interest in returning to Rome and serving the Z Empire directly, on the condition that the ISS Posidonius immediately departs from Troidium X and no assigned ships ever return there. I mean, level 3 researcher.
Construction.
Closing the loop. After years of uneasy development, a rip in the fabric of space has appeared above Rome. Unnervingly, this is the exact date as indicated in the strange instructions we received a decade ago. There is only one thing to do. Send the documents we received back to the tier and close the loop. Let our past selves deal with this.
A blocker has been cleared. A mere trifle. Debris has been analyzed.
Okay, debris analyzed, that's good. How close are we to new tech? Oh, apparently very close. As more and more spacefaring civilization establish formal relationships with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization, a community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should this empire pledge its support for the creation of the galactic community? To be honest, could be kind of fun to go like, oh yeah, we're part of the galactic community, we will be fine. And then do a Trump and say, oh, you thought we were serious? No. Here's a couple bombs. Right in your face. Could do that. Or we could just like say, nah, it's not needed. We'll stand strong by ourselves. Filthy Xenos. Anyone got an idea? Or are we just gonna... Am I just gonna choose for myself? Oh. Yeah. You know what? Let's say no.
A study has been completed.
Okay. Lethal lifespan plus 10 years, food from farmers, and unlock tile blockers. Let's unlock extra tile blockers. My current leader, the Empress Decima Aurelia, is 161 years old. Which is... yeah. I don't even know how old these people can get. Like the necrophages. Can it just grow as old as, like, wanted, needed? Okay. Let's make sure that... oh. Failed in debris. There has been an accident. Due to a critical error, several trash pods orbiting Regal Prime collided, causing a large amount of debris to enter the lower atmosphere. This has already limited the planet's spacefaring capabilities, and according to estimates, the situation could further worsen as the space trash continues to break down. However, launching an operation to collect the debris might prove long and costly. Clean the fucking orbit.
The situation log has been amended.
Council agenda available.
Construction venture completed.
Right. Yeah, for some reason, like...
A new colony has been propagated.
Yeah, extra colony. Nice.
Construction venture completed.
Yeah, we might have to increase the amount of ships we got. Okay,
A
fleet
system
management.
survey has concluded.
No support for galactic community. The initiative to form a supranational galactic community has failed. None of the Empire has pledged their support to the creation of such an institution. Good riddance. Orbital cleanup complete. A momentous day for Real Prime as the Astro Garbage Collectors have completed their final shift. As of this day, the trash rings surrounding Eagle Prime have been reduced by such a scale that they no longer pose a major threat to passing ships. In the coming days, the workers will continue on a smaller scale. It might be impossible to clean the orbit entirely, but at least the worst is over. Finally, things can return to normal.
A system survey has concluded.
Asteroid surrounding Sutter 5 has such a perfect stable orbit that it's easy to understand why our scientists thought it was placed there artificially. Yet, there are no conclusive indicators of any propulsion system or any other artificial marring. The only natural conclusion is that, by some absurd, improbable chance, the asteroid got caught in Sutter's 5 gravity field. We've also detected some rare crystals on the surface of the asteroid. How thoughtful! Thoughtful! Bunkerbot. We have traced an unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Sutter 5A to a secret subterranean bunker hidden in a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a single very complex problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When attempting to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors with extreme prejudice. When the AI was finally defeated, it broadcasted the message to an unknown recipient. Scrap it for parts. Use it to boost our own research or let it continue its mysterious calculations. We could boost our own research for 10 years. Let's see what it calculates.
A study has been completed.
Study completed.
A spaceborne
Nice.
life form has appeared to us.
Let's get Clone Army. Why
A
not?
system
It's
survey.
never gone wrong ever. Let's get some alloy going. Some medical center, maybe? The native life of Soyama Prime is built on epic scale, far larger than anyone previously thought was possible for biological life. The question now is in the minds of our researchers is what is their secret and how can we benefit from it? Proposals to study the native life in greater details are flooding in. Proceed with the study in case this might be cool.
The situation log has been amended.
First contact. Commander Procula Aurelia has drawn up a plan for a major fleet exercise that will involve a substantial portion of our navy. The location she has chosen for these maneuvers is the Soyoma system, which is close to the border of the Alliance of Rufarian Suns. Rufarians may see this as a major provocation, but if we cancel this exercise, our military will consider it a sign of weakness. After all, Soyoma lies within our space. The Alliance of Rufarian Suns has no right to tell us what we can or cannot do in our own backyard.
The situation log.
We have been implicated in a plot against the Sinrath authority. So vague is the allegation that we cannot definitively state whether or not they are onto something. Our own spies protest that the allegations is baseless, claiming this is likely either defensive, counter-espionage response from one of our targets, or else a smear campaign being conducted by some third party. Whatever the reason or cause, the Sinrath authority have taken offense. Curious.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay, physics research. Ion disruptors.
A study has been
Council
completed.
agenda ready.
A system survey has concluded.
Cool.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us. A system survey has concluded.
Okay, big and testy. What's it about you? Oh yeah, we have destroyers and stuff, right? Destroyer. That ship. Let's get some cruisers going. We got you as well. Oh, yeah, right. You are still moving here? No. You are moving home.
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Oh.
An alien society calls to us from across the ether.
We have received communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that calls themselves the Dynastic Union of Burrs. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of an empire we are in contact with.
A system survey has concluded.
Leader retired.
Construction venture completed.
It's cool that they retired, but not necessarily cool for like the traits that we lost now. Okay, it was about to happen anyway because, like, yeah. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit of Pagalon 3. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit complete with a helmet and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. A tragic fate.
Vessels have been refitted.
There we go. You come here
Construction
and move
venture
here.
completed. A special project is complete. Construction venture completed.
Okay.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us. Vessels have been refitted. A system survey has concluded.
Okay. Some more of you done.
Vessels have been refitted.
Okay, you can go back home. After a period of research and study, the scientists on Sayoma Prime have managed to take a breakthrough and achieve limited communication with some of the Titans. While huge, slow and difficult to talk to, the Titans are incredibly tough and strong. Some here have expressed a desire to join our military forces, where they will undoubtedly be an incredible asset. Nice! So, Sayoma Prime. This particular asteroid is an extrasolar capture and appears to have been banned. Watched by some kind of exotic radiation as it plummeted through interstellar space before finally settling in the Shurbach system. The original source of this radiation remains unknown, but the ISS Theodorus has been able to pick up a wealth of physics data by studying the asteroid's energy emissions. Remarkable. Titanic life form. Why not, right?
A study has been completed.
Lutherian Suns. Y'all are insane. Okay. They are harming our relationships.
A system survey has concluded. A study has been completed.
No, not yet, but we are close. We are getting close. Because the alliance of Lutherian Suns seem to be wanting to tie up at some point in time. Xeno scum.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Research complete. Clone army. Okay. Can we make you a Forge World, please? And allow this. Detailed surface scans of Oberon 3 have identified a large impact crater containing the wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design. The ships appear to be completely devoid of life support systems, leading us to suspect that they were either unusually large drones or controlled by some form of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, the hull of the ships was constructed out of living metal, an exceedingly rare and inorganic material with many unique properties. This metal can be programmed to assume a certain shape or form, and it will slowly regrow itself if damaged. Over a period of several millennia, the surviving metal from the wrecked ships was fused into a large and extremely dense deposit that could potentially be mined for centuries to come. Fascinating. A microsingularity recently intersected Oberon 5, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted.
Construction venture completed.
There we go.
Construction venture completed. Construction venture completed. Construction venture completed.
Oh.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay. Okay. What do we want? Ship build speed plus 25%, ship upkeep minus 10%, naval capacity plus 20%, or orbital bombardment damage and ship fire rate. Let's go with ship upkeep and naval capacity.
Council agenda available.
Nice.
A system survey has concluded. A belligerent fleet has been engaged.
Fleet commands. Oh yeah, it's this one.
A system survey has concluded. Construction venture completed.
Okay, you go back to heal, and a construction ship. No, you build a starbase over there. While approaching Nugan 2, the ISS Strabo suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing Mars driver rounds. The projectiles were billions of years old and based on their trajectory, they appeared to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia until today. The rounds we have recovered are of an advanced design despite their incredible age. Incredible. We have detected the presence of a pre-space alien civilization on Horsham 2 in the Horsham system. There is evidence that they have harnessed the power of the atom, and nuclear weapons may be prolific among their many divided nation-states. The possibility of a sudden self-inflicted extinction event is high. We should have considered building an observation post above their world, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so... Oh.
Construction. A system survey has concluded. A spaceborne life form has appeared to us. A study has been completed. A system survey has concluded.
Council agenda ready.
Okay.
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Children 4A is exceptionally rich in minerals. Minerals that are, unfortunately, of no use to us. However, Science Officer Septimus Obilius believes that many elements in the crust of Children 4A can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The ISS Diodorus has requested that the Z Empire set aside 1,000 energy credits for the purpose of this project.
A study has been completed.
Research done. New research.
Construction venture completed.
Let's get battleships. It's literally the best ship in the game in 3.14. Not entirely sure if it still is in 4. But we'll see.
A system survey has concluded.
You might need a
Vessels
leader.
have been refitted. Vessels have been refitted. Vessels have been refitted. A special project is complete.
Nice. Another leader retired.
Debris has been analyzed.
Okay. Might need. Where is this? Oh, this is Rome, so let's get a trade hub and a gun battery just in case. And for you, that.
A study has been completed. Construction venture completed.
New research, proton launchers. Yeah. Intriguing.
The situation log has been amended. A system survey has concluded.
Nice. Okay.
A study has been completed.
Right.
Construction venture completed.
According to the ISS Strabo, one molluscoid species native to Ashag 3 has not only achieved a tentative mastery of planet's vast oceans, but also small plots of land that dot its surface. Scientist Octavio Stilia proposes that we should monitor their development closely, and possibly help them along the way to full sapience. Something to keep in mind for the future. I do not want chemical bliss. Let's get tile blockers. Pirate treasure. This asteroid appears to have been used intermittently as a base by a band of alien pirates through 1,000 years ago. Roughly 1,000 years ago. By entering the base, we managed to recover their abandoned treasure hoard. It consisted largely of stolen trinkets and artifacts, but some of it still appears to be of value. These ill-gotten gains shall serve us well. We might actually have to do this. Okay.
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded. A spaceborne life form has appeared to us. Construction venture completed. Construction venture completed.
There we go. That should increase stuff and things for a while. As for you,
a special project is complete.
oh, we need things. Okay, let's go to the market and see about. Can we get them? No, we cannot get gases.
Construction venture.
It's hard to determine if Auric Vol is even a planet. Preliminary drilling has only revealed strata upon strata of biological tissue. According to estimations, it would take 2,435,463 Tiyanki bodies to produce a planetary mass of the size within a margin of error equal to 5.33%. Even assuming the existence of a rocky core upon which the corpses are layered, the number of specimens involved is still significant. Did someone or something bring the Tiyanki here to die? Or are they here naturally, drawn to this place as their final hours near? Keep digging! You are doing stuff, nice. You're also doing stuff. Yeah, lacking the gases. Where are they at, even? I'm currently halfway past the Iron Age. Okay. Yeah, the natural gases. I was thinking, how come there's like nothing going on? Yeah.
Survey has concluded. A study has been
Oh,
completed.
leader died.
A special project is complete.
First League. Our archaeologists have successfully excavated several starship hulls from the surface of Gilprim 6, relics from the massive space battle that took place in the system 2 million years ago. The forces involved were the 2nd and 3rd fleets of the First League Grand Navy, fighting to contain an incursion by the combined fleets of the Rikem, a nomadic warrior species from the Galactic Rim. What began as a minor skirmish quickly escalated in a running fleet battle involving hundreds of ships on both sides. It's impossible to tell which side won. Interesting find.
Council agenda available.
Construction venture completed.
Nice, okay, cool.
Construction venture completed. Establishing a new colony.
Nice. The unusual liveliness of the dead Tiyanki covering the surface of Auric Vault seem to be a byproduct of their regenerative capabilities. Even if technically dead, the bodies are still reassembling themselves. This system is unusually rich in nourishing substances, typically found in the gas giants where Tiyanki graze. Perhaps that explains why this behavior hasn't been observed before. This discovery does not explain why the dead seem to move as if controlled by a single mind, extending their tentacles to encroach upon new carcasses falling on the planet. Further excavation will hopefully reveal new insights on the inner workings of this place or being. Our scientists are still divided on the exact nomenclature. Oh, fair enough.
Construction venture completed. Establishing a new colony. A study has been completed.
Nice. More research done. 0-point reactor. Our excavations unearthed a complex network of tunnels extending under the surface of Erekfall. Chemical analysis confirms the walls are entirely composed of highly compressed Yankee tissue. The flesh still warm and hardly decomposed despite rivaling the age of our empire. As if the corpses were fused together, reshaped and modified to form this place. But why? Keep digging. Are we actually on, like... That would surprise me. No, we are. Damn.
Construction venture completed.
Huh. Okay. Steam power. The pre-FTL civilization of Alderamin 4 has harnessed the power of vaporized liquid. Using the force produced by steam pressure, they have applied the technology to engine design. This has revolutionized their society in more ways than one. Vehicles and machinery making can already be seen in their cities, and the first few factories are appearing. This world would appear to be on the brink of industrialization. An interesting development. A whiff of something. The ISS Strabo has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Furad 9A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Science Officer the Exile to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the objects. Special project has been issued. Malodorous.
The situation log has been amended.
The ISS Posidonius has picked up some curious readings from Joinum 6. There are significant pockets of radiation in the gas giant's atmosphere that appear to be the results of intense orbital bombardment. What someone could hope to gain by bombing a gas giant from orbit remains a mystery, however. As the ISS Posidonius was preparing to break orbit, Science Officer Gaia Gagonia discovered a weak signal coming from the planet's interior. It may be a transmission of some kind, but the gas giant's background radiation makes it difficult to isolate. We should investigate the signal.
The situation log has been amended. A study has been completed. A special project is complete.
The box is indeed a document of sorts. Science Officer Gaia Gagonia admits that they had been hoping for a historical record or some kind of codex significant to whatever culture left it behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seemed to be a collection of fairly short narratives, which, going by a rapid change of odor towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the ISS Posidonius are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwittingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion smell like. However, Gaia Gagonia is unwilling to speculate as to why the box has dumped on this frozen hellscape of a planet. Interesting. Research completed. Global defense grid.
The species screen lists all types of nominally intelligent beings we have encountered. We can toggle species to display only citizens of our empire or all known denizens of the galaxy.
We could uplift these.
The situation log has been amended.
Why not, right? Bird people? So long we don't have Rachni and send them to war against them, we should be fine.
Over at the newly established colony.
Those. Should. You again. After mapping the extensive underground network of Orekvul, our scientists realized the tunnels closely match the structure of the Tianki vascular system, but on a planetary scale. The pulsating walls emanate a soft warmth, the temperature slowly increasing as the expedition approaches the planet core, where our scanners have picked up a faint life signal. Fascinating. How come you're so bad? Are you still waiting on ships? Yes, you are.
When armies are ordered into space, they automatically embark on these transport ships. Make sure to protect them, since they are quite defenseless.
Okay. Wow, the Sinrath Authority is rather large, isn't it?
A special project is complete.
I have no clue. I will have to see. That's in the victory thing, I believe. Science Officer Gaia Gagonia has managed to isolate a weak signal that was coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Troinum 4. It does indeed appear to be a transmission, but we have filtered it through our translation software. On screen! Finally! Well met, Spacefarer. We are the Daphnak, and the planet you are orbiting is our ancestral home. It is always riveting to meet the solid. Even if our last encounters with your kind was somewhat problematic, we have no doubt detected the radiation surges coming from our atmosphere. Tolok Rong is dying, and our species will perish unless we find a new home. We have identified a planet that would suit our physiology, but we have no means to get there. Sadly, our non-corporeal nature means we don't have much in the way of industrial technology. Will you help us? If you have no technology, how are you speaking? Ah, but you are not the first solid to pay us a visit. Other spacefarers graciously donated a small subspace transmitter and a scanner array to us 2.9 million solar cycles ago. They have been designed to be compatible with our physiology. One of the more positive encounters we've had with your kind. What happened to your planet? Well, the last time solids visited us a few thousand cycles ago, things didn't go very well. They wanted us to embrace their religion. We refused, and this triggered some kind of genocidal reaction. Completely unwarranted. Before we knew what was happening, they maneuvered their fleet into orbit and unleashed a massive bombardment. They want us to transport your entire species to another planet. Yes, and hopefully soon. Don't worry, there aren't too many of us. Most Daphnak died when our planet was bombarded, and those who survived retreated deep into the atmosphere. Communications with the surface is difficult here, and radiation is spreading. We don't have much time.
The situation log has been amended.
Go. Okay, in the victory screen, I think it is. Oh, here. Oof, we are fifth. Fifth out of 5. Wow. Huh. Establish a positive relationship. Wow. Okay. In the diplomacy screen, how does your military compare? Oh, right, okay, so we need to go to that one. I am once again forgetting where it is.
The relics screen allows us to view and activate.
Okay, I am absolute. Oh no, situation log. Equal fleet power. Overwhelming economy power. So that's one. You. Unknown. Okay. How do I get extra invoice?
A system survey has concluded.
Uplift the species.
Sapient species rises up.
Uplifted to full sapience, the Sin now stand as a living testament to the scientific and technological might of the Z Empire. The Z Empire welcomes them. Kind of. Yeah. Seems logical. No, that's not the one. Okay, contacts, no. Species, that's the one. One variant of this.
The species rights list allows us to customize the citizenship and living standards of a certain species, amongst other things.
Oh. Rocky start. The integration of the Sin, who we uplifted, is going more smoothly than expected. But not as smoothly as we had hoped. Despite our efforts to soft shape of their physiology, the Sin still occasionally struggle with the way we do things in the Z Empire. Okay.
Construction venture completed.
Familial fission. With the Z Empire provides a solid structure upon which to model their internal social order. It may not necessarily be what suits the uplifted Sin best. Their sudden rise to becoming our intellectual equals robbed them of millennia of potential societal and cultural development. Perhaps as a result of this, the Sin social order is in a state of extreme flux. One day, the family unit is paramount. The next day, community leaders are calling for the dissolution of all clan-like bonds. Fascinating. May the Sin find themselves in each other. Or self-realization comes only through independence.
There's a light over the newly established colony.
Nice. Leader retired. Minister of Defense. Let's get the youngest one, you. Political frontier, Ennis Prime. There we go. Scientists at the observation posts above Alderamin 4 have requested a science ship to help them gather specimens from the planet's surface. For the purpose of research, they would like to covertly abduct some of the pre-FTLs and perform tests on them. They will then be safely returned to the surface with their memories erased. It will help us understand them better. No, we should leave them be.
The situation log has been amended.
Let's probe the aliens.
Construction venture completed.
Nice.
A system survey.
Stray communique. One of our politicians on Rome has carelessly misplaced a bundle of sensitive materials, including an encryption key whose very existence outside of government facilities is a gross breach of protocol. Our domestic authorities are scrambling to switch security platforms as it's quite possible that these materials may have fallen into hostile claws. Curses! Or fire this incompetent at once. Launch early? No, we can wait. Leaders, species, planets and sectors, expansion planner.
Construction venture completed.
Not a lot of this going on. Okay, how's our fleet going?
A study has
Not
been completed.
quite good. We have discovered what happens, what appears to be the remains of a massive particle accelerator on Ernest Prime. Was found in a still radioactive region covered in massive bomb craters, suggesting the accelerator was considered a strategic target of great importance during the planet's nuclear war. We have recovered several research logs written by the scientists in charge of the accelerator. Although the technology of her civilization was fairly underdeveloped, some of the theoretical research on formulas described in the logs are advanced even by our standards. Our physicists are poring over the data now. Fascinating.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay. Bioreactor of Voltrain Company, starbase capacity or tile blockers. Okay. Let's get tile blockers. Tiyanki Grave Mound. Mother Brain. In a vast underground chamber, a Tiyanki stands upright, bell-shaped head swaying lightly. Its wiry tentacles spread across the floor to connect with the outer walls of the chamber. It appears to be some sort of command unit, controlling and directing the growth of this planet-sized graveyard. Our scientists are unable to determine what kind of creature will arise from this grim process, and when it will awaken, but one thing is for sure, it will be something far, far more vast and terrible than an ordinary Tiyanki. System surveyed. Oh yeah, science ship. Are you still on the way? Yeah, apparently you are. Cool. here? Shitposting. Oh.
Council agenda ready.
Nothing to claim. Limbo. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the ISS Strabo to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer the Axar found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge for some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the ISS Strabo has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents.
The situation log has been amended.
Okay. There have been many reports of unexplainable seismic contents on Kajib Prime. Tremors can be felt across the planet, and many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns is home to some kind of indigenous civilization, and they appear to be tunneling towards the surface. Ground vibrations from our settlements may have triggered this behavior, but we cannot be certain. There is no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of their tunnels and encounter our colonists. We have to deal with the situation.
The situation log has been amended.
Research. Tile blockers. Okay. Let's get rid of the dangerous wildlife and gas extraction wells. Please, yes. Because we have need of that.
A special project is complete.
Science Officer Gaia Gagonia has finished supervising the relocation of the Dothnak to their new home. A convoy of civilian freighters equipped with massive pressurized tanks ferries the gaseous beings across space and deposit them into the gas giant's atmosphere. The ancient transmitters and scanner array were also brought along. Hail them! We are forever in your debt. This planet has exceeded our expectations. For the first time in generations, our young can frolic in the upper atmosphere without starting to glow. We have dedicated to call our new home Beltrak, after your species. The future generation of Dathnak shall always know the name of their saviors. Really? I could have sworn... Apologies, but it can be difficult to tell you solids apart. I'm afraid it's too late to change the name now. It has a nice ring to it, though, don't you think? Thank you again, dear friends. May the atmospheric currents always keep you aloft. Okay.
A special project is complete.
One of our probes burrowed through the ground and intercepted the tunneling alien of Kabji Prime. After the startled alien workers calmed down, the probe was successful in establishing communication with their leaders. Open channel. Is this thing on? Can you see us, surfacers? We understand you hail from the great nothing that lies upward beyond the stone. It was assumed nothing living could exist there, but evidently this is not so. What are your intentions? Our empire stretches across every pocket of the known world. Only the great nothing lies beyond our reach. We have many fine cities, supported by lichen farms and the fish we catch in large rivers flowing through our tunnels. This has been our way for thousands of years. Our diggers heard the faint echoes of your cities through the stone, and we decided to investigate. Society research... Then so we shall, surfacer. Let us share this world together in the spirit of peace. We would be most interested in trading with your people. I believe we have much to offer for one another. We shall return to our cities and make the arrangements. For some reason I can't get myself to wage war. Also, why are my fleets not... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We need a lot of alloys. A large group of refugees from the underground alien empire on Kaji Prime. Okay, let's get some more alloys going because we're gonna need that. Yeah. Okay, we need you. And we need you. This is Mirror Prime. You are already doing that. You have Z. Why are you not available? Because I don't have the resources?
A system survey has concluded. A system survey has concluded.
Yeah, the Sinroth are also looking for a small battle. No faction. The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science Officer the Exile asserts that the huge block of ternary code found in databanks are neural images. Digitized brain scans. Doubtless the aliens of Buggle 1 considered this their only shot at any kind of survival, following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have those means. Download the neural patterns for safekeeping. Hello again! You will be pleased to learn that our species has quadrupled in numbers since we arrived. Many of us were swept up in a festive mood when we made planetfall, and things got a little bit frisky to say the least. After the positive experience we had colonizing Boldrock, a few brave pioneers have asked me to petition you for passage to another gas giant. We have already located a promising candidate with our within your space that would be suitable for colonization. What do you say, friends? Well, as long as it's just another gas giant.
The situation log has been amended.
Okay, F1. Let's see. Yes.
A study has been completed.
Okay.
A study has been completed.
this. We have picked up readings of unknown nature. Signals seem to follow some kind of repeated syntax, which could indicate sapient origin. It could be investigated further. They seem to be concentrated around a single space station, though it is unclear whether this forms part of a larger spacefaring civilization. Proceed. The Z diplomatic corps has been shaken by the news emerging from the dynastic union of Burs. Our ambassador, Vibia Betilinea, who had been stationed there, has gotten herself into a serious mess with Burs law enforcement. She is currently in connection with a salacious affair involving an astonishing range of serious crimes that culminated in a brutal double murder. As matters stand, and with rumors running wild among the Cambarians, there seems little doubt as to Vibia Betilinea's guilt. The Bur authorities have requested that her diplomatic immunity be lifted so that she can face justice for her deeds. Recall Vibia for her own protection.
A system survey has concluded. A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Council agenda available.
After successful translating their language, we have established communication with the independent space station of Rigan Commerce Exchange. Let's see if they want to talk.
An alien society wishes to contact us.
Cruiser cost? Cruiser speeds? Yeah. A special project
is
completed.
Construction venture completed.
Greetings from New Balderak. Things are progressing very well here at our new colony. However, we have a small request. Chapki Rath, one of the colonists, misses her family and friends on Balderak terribly and wants to go home. Her whining is driving us crazy. It's not too much to ask. Do you think you could take her back? Well, absolutely not! Oh, sigh, very well. This is gonna cause rebellion. Let's say absolutely not. We had to try, if you don't mind. Chapki will just have to settle down and make the best of the situation, like the rest of us. Sorry for wasting your time, sea friends. Oh yeah, we can buy. Illuminati. Let's get you going. Oh, lacking in, yeah. Okay, where's my bottle? Get something to drink. Getting ambush on Rome. Again, not good. Aerostat colonies. Ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back to at least 3 millennia can be found in low orbit of this gas giant. Their original function appears to have been gas mining, but they have since been abandoned and reoccupied by many different races and pirate groups. The colonies have been thoroughly stripped of any even remotely valuable. But the mere fact that they are still aloft after all this time makes them an interesting subject of engineering research. Fascinating. Something is taken there. Okay, never mind then. New claim from the Alliance of Rithrian Sons. Equivalent. Insult.
A special project is complete.
A thorough investigation of Oblivion 3A has unearthed evidence of past First League presence. An away team from the ISS Strabo has managed to bring a relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. Interesting. Certainly fossil will make an exhibit out of them. We scanned the surface and found a few promising deposits, filled with the remains of a variety of different species. Some resemble those still living on the surface, but others are nothing like we have seen before. Although the work is hard and the wildlife is agitated by our presence, Gaia Gagonia has already made remarkable discoveries and managed to reconstruct some of the extinct species. This in turn sparked a dispute among the research team. While some want to display these species in exhibitions, others prefer to study the material, as they are the best preserved fossils found to date, and this dig site is almost exhausted. Study the fossils. After intense study of our recovered First League artifacts, the scientists on Rome have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of Fen Habanis, the home system of the Great First League. We should launch an expedition to the system before someone else beats us to it. Contact the nearest space station.
A study has been completed.
We have done extensive research to determine the relationship of fossil species to the current biosphere on Troidom 3A. It turns out that some of them belong to the same genus, having many similarities. Further studies might bring us more answers. Okay. Hyper shields! Or arc emitters. Let's do arc emitters first. Those are slightly easier. 2.2. It's not even close to what we need. Smuggler asteroid. This asteroid appears to have served as a lawless sport of the various criminal organizations that were active in the territory of the First League. Smugglers, pirates, mercenaries and other lowlifes from every League member species gathered here to offload illicit cargo, broker near deals or just relax in one of the asteroid's many cantinas. Curious.
The situation log has been amended. Construction venture completed.
I would like to have a
Our vessels have been reinvigorated. A special project is complete.
I would like to have a button that like builds star bases wherever I have full thingamajigger. Also just got an achievement. Let's see what that one is. I think it is find the home system of a precursor empire. Nice. Fenhabanis 3 was the administrative center of the First League through most of its existence, and served as the seat of the Great Senate. The planet was densely populated, with a planet-wide city covering most of the surface. Food had to be imported from other member worlds to support the untold billions living in the enormous metropolis. When the League collapsed, these food shipments ceased virtually overnight. Those with the means departed for other worlds, but most of the population remained behind. Mass starvation and anarchy followed as the planet was carved between the warlords and criminal organizations. The population continued to dwindle for a few centuries until the planet had been reduced to little more than a lifeless ghost world, a final epitaph of the First League. Fascinating. That is in Fenhabanis, which is right here. Okay, cool.
A study has been completed.
There has been a wave of earthquakes sub Gamgee Prime recently, and buildings in several of our settlements have collapsed, with many fatalities as a result. The subterranean alien empire is excavating a new cavern deep underground where they plan to build a new city, and this appears to be the source of the earthquakes. Turn the other cheek, add 10 devastation, all pops will be angry for 10 years, or we must demand an apology. Only add 10 devastation. Z's! I have been asked to approach you on behalf of the Balderok Science Academy. Although we Dufnak don't possess much in the way of technology, we are certainly capable of higher reasoning. A few of our think tanks have spent the last several years studying theoretical physics, and we would like to share their findings. Perhaps the data will be of some use to you in the empire building activities you solids are so fond of. Most kind. Let's see, 5, 6, nice. There we go. As for you, how are you stacking up? Unknown.
Construction venture completed. A system survey has concluded.
Exhausting the first site, we decided to move to more remote places in search of more materials for research. Gaia Gagonia found a good enough spot, a cave that served as a home for some intelligent extinct species. Careful probing and examination revealed something unusual. Whatever lived in this cave used an ingenious dye that reveals itself when exposed to heat and light. We have identified two types of paintings. One telling the story of the past and the other portraying daily life. Unfortunately, we disrupted the delicate ecosystem that preserved the drawings. The resulting chain reaction, combined with the age of the dye, caused it to fade and disappear on short notice. The team must decide which one is worth more. History or daily life? I'd say history. We captured drawings related to the past and gained insight into the species' history. It appears that these cave dwellers came into contact with an advanced civilization that somewhat influenced their looks and development. Given the depiction of the creatures, we assume that the species was prone to rapid genetic mutations, and their generations varied greatly in appearance. Interesting. Okay. There is some mining core thing going on here.
A study has been completed. Construction venture completed.
Oh, they are still being upgraded. Cool. Okay, naval capacity, leader, lifespan, or bioreactor. Let's do the bioreactor. That one's slightly more uncommon.
A study has been completed. A special project is complete.
The archaeological mission to asteroid Ulim IJ-087 has revealed much about the criminal underground activity throughout the First League 2 million years ago. As member nations opened borders to one another, crime flourished alongside trade. Smuggling and piracy appears to have been serious problems that occupied a large portion of the sizable League fleet. Exploring further into the deep chasms of the cave, we came across a grotto with a strange bone structure inside. Given the current state of the structure, it looks like it collapsed and sank into the ground, probably as a result of an earthquake. Gaia Gagonia ordered a camp to be set up, and we have already done some perimeter scans, but the ground is not stable. We may not have adequate time to examine the structure fully once we get inside. The greatest potential yield from our studies lies in the building itself. We can either study the indigenous bone-like material or focus our efforts on exploration, searching the structure for more clues about the aliens who built and used it and their daily routine. Study the building, living structure, or study its interior, underground civilization. Let's do living structure. After an uneventful research, Gaia Gagonia concluded that the building was alive. Not now, but years ago. something during its creation. It was a mass of bones and tissue molded together to create a building that would reshape for the desired purposes. Given the way the building collapsed, one might even assume that this was a deliberate act on the part of the structure itself. Unfortunately, we compromised the structure during our research, and it collapsed even further, rendering the building useless for further research. Gaia Gagonia ordered the team to move forward. Interesting. Gene tailoring at 200%. Nice.
A study has been completed.
New research. Let's do this. Yeah, you need 90, don't you? Yeah.
Council agenda ready.
Nice.
A special project is complete.
The ISS Strabo has finished its scientific mission on Alderman 4. Sweeping in low over the ground at night, shuttles from the science ship uses EMP pulses to disable the archaic combustion vehicles used by the pre-FTLs. Their occupants were then sedated and collected, while other away teams acquired samples by dissecting some of the local cattle. Our mission appears to have gone largely unnoticed by the planet's population, despite a few reports of unexplained lights, and an incident where one of our shuttle crews deliberately used their thrusters to create circular patterns in a crop field. They have been reprimanded. A job well done. Several of our abduction team...
Council agenda available.
Abduction teams stationed on the observation post above Alderamin 4 have apparently been using the thrusters of their shuttles to burn large circles and complex patterns into crop fields belonging to the pre-FTL Yanari that are indigenous to the planet. The shuttle crews have been severely reprimanded for their prank, but the crop circles appear to have taken on some sort of spiritual significance to the natives. A new religion has formed based on these patterns, and it is gaining popularity among the Yanari at an alarming rate.
Our vessels have been reinvigorated.
Nice. Cool. At least that's something. $80. Can I get a 90? You are quite far away.
A study has been completed.
Mining station output? No. Let's get a Star Fortress going.
Vessels have been refitted.
We finally reached the end of the cave. We entered something that resembled an old abandoned bunker, but built underground. It doesn't look like anything we've found before. We assume aliens visitors set up a research lab down here, and given the dilapidated tanks, various bones and fossils lying around, they were studying these species just as they were. Only they had this opportunity to conduct research when their specimens were still alive. Gaia Gagonia immediately jumped to work, trying to gather any useful information from the sites and databanks as soon as we plugged them into the power source. What mysteries will we uncover? Okay, now let's go to this and see if we can in fact upgrade any of this. Yes, let's demolish you though, because we already have one of these. Let's upgrade you and let's build in one of these and one of alloy mega forges. You, bonus prime, you upgrade that. Mirror prime, you upgrade this. Wenka, upgrade that. Hiram, nothing to get. This track, upgrade. Kabaji. You are, yes. Regal. Nothing, but let's get some alloy reclamation plants and stuff going on. This is Regal, then Regal Prime Generator Worlds. Let's try and see about some actual generation. Nope, apparently not. Upgrade you and let's get something farm-like, hydroponics. There we go.
A special
Another
project
organism found.
is complete. Construction venture completed.
They are also in equivalent in fleet power. Huh.
A study has been completed. A study has been completed.
Life system complex, let's get that, and then FTL inhibitions, because that's the only one with... Yeah.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Oh, we have nothing left to find, apparently.
A spaceborne life form has appeared to us.
Okay.
Construction venture completed.
We compared our knowledge from previous studies to the information from the databanks. The conclusion we made is disconcerting. It appears that thousands of years ago, a spacefaring civilization landed on this world and found the indigenous specimens easy to train, using their genetic manipulation techniques. At first, they enslaved the populations of intelligent, albeit not fully developed, autochtons, and conducted various experiments on them. These included making them into living tissue for construction purposes, or into obedient slaves or into pets and livestock. The previous instances we found were probably remnants of those species before they devolved into non-sapient biosphere that now thrives on the Tridom 3A. A horrifying end for a species that could, one day, have traversed the galaxy just as we do. This is horrible. Hey DMB, that's nice, Saris. Okay, fair enough. How long has this been going? Not overly long. Anyway, this is gonna be where I leave y'all off for today. We're gonna wage war against these mining facilities, stuff like that. Get some of this going, and then maybe like dig down here, see if we can upgrade our ships to be the best they can be, because currently they sure don't feel like that. Let's get fleet management and see about reinforcing all. Yeah, we can only like get one ship now. We really need extra alloys. Anyway, I'm gonna save the game. Agree. And I'm gonna send y'all over to a friend of mine who is currently gonna be playing Stalker Anomaly. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all had a good time. We will continue this tomorrow, and if my calculations are kind of correct, we will be playing this for another week. But yeah, hope to see y'all next time. Have a good one. See ya.